Okay, here we are on round 5. We're going to be making stems for the leaves to go onto, and we're going to neatly kind of cover these chain spaces that we've made, or the chains that we've made over the last 3 rounds. All right, so the place we're going to put our hook to join in the stem yarn is this rose cluster that we made in round 1. So whatever colour you've used for round 1, to the right of it there is chain. There's chain. If I pull that forward, you'll see there's a chain behind that. So we need to go to the right of that cluster and under that chain. And if I put my hook all the way through, that means it is sitting under all 3 of those chains from all 3 of those rounds. So I'll pull the yarn through and pull up a loop. This is just to secure the yarn, as we've done many times before. It's not the first stitch. So I'm going to go straight back into the same place and make a double crochet. Okay, and now I'm going to make 6 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and we'll work back along that chain. Now you might be familiar with this if you've worked any of the other motifs, because they mostly do have stems on them, but it's just sort of the joining parts that might be a bit sort of awkward. So let's just make this stem so you can see what we do to anchor it. Right, so I'm going to miss the first chain nearest to the hook. My hook is going to go into the next chain along, and I'm going to make a double crochet in there and into the next 4 chains. So we'll have 5 in total. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to miss that cluster, and I'm going to go to the other side, so to the left side of the cluster, and put my hook under that chain again. There's chain the other side. If I bring that forward, look, you can see the chain. So my hook is going to go under that chain, which means it's under all 3 of the chains, and I'm going to make my double crochet in there. All right, so you can see that is joined, and that you can then see that there's double crochet either side of that cluster, and that's what you're looking for on this particular stem. Okay, right, we're going to make we're going to go work behind the next petal by making 4 chain. 2, 3 and 4, and we're going to make a double crochet into the 7 chain space, which in my case is the rose. You can see it's a big chain space there. It's from round 1, so whatever you've chosen to use on round 1, you're going to see that big chain space there. That I'm going to just put a double crochet in there just to anchor it in, and we'll do another 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 to bring us over where we need to be to make that, to repeat what we've done at the beginning here basically. All right, so it is going to put 1 double crochet, so my hook is going, if you remember, under the chains from round 1 and from the other rounds as well, to make a double crochet, and then off I go again. All right, so that's the repeat that you're looking at there. Hopefully not too complicated now. I've clarified where you anchor and where you join. Okay, so I'll go around and finish this and show you it at the end. Well, I've just come around to the last, I've just completed the last 4 chain, and I'm going to slip stitch into the first double crochet I made to close the round, and then we can have a little look at what it all looks like. As you'll expect, as you'd expect, it's all a little bit curly. I love how they always look a little bit sad, don't they, these stems, but hopefully you also know that they take perfect shape as soon as you put your leaves onto them. So hopefully that's kind of clarified how that works. You've just got to make sure that you anchor the double crochet either side of that little cluster, and on the back this is what we're looking like. All right, so you can see the anchor points, the anchor points either side of the cluster. You can see the anchor point in the middle of that 7 chain, either cluster, 7 chain, and so on. So you can sort of see the structure of the stems if you have a little look behind like that. All right, so hopefully that's helped. Time to move on to some leaves.